What's up, you guys? It's Sarah Biv.
What up, y'all? It's Calvit.
We're on Mihran TV doing a reaction to UEFA Champions League final.
Let's talk about it.
There's a lot of stories here.
Well, me, it's a kind of a blur. Okay.
All right, well, here we go.
Start and then I
So
can figure
there's
out
like,
something.
we hired, let's say like 14 dancers to travel from LA to Paris. We rehearsed for this for 3 weeks total.
3 weeks. Just to give you a kind of idea of
And not even
what
every
it's
day for
like.
3 weeks.
So with the Super Bowl, I know of choreographers and performances that has happened in the past that they've rehearsed for anywhere from 3 months to like a month and a half. We did this in three weeks. No stress though. Ha.
No stress.
Yeah. I was
Right. Here we are, 14 dancers in LA.
It was supposed to be 20.
Well,
but
that's a lot of people to actually take
to another country.
to another country,
It's a lot of
fly.
hotels.
It's a lot. That's a lot. So we took 14 dancers with us, 7 guys, 7 girls. We rehearsed in LA for probably, I would honestly say, we did probably this entire 6-minute medley in probably the first week. Well, I say all that to say because normally our process in doing things is that we like to rehearse, figure everything out, exactly what everybody's doing, Camila included in that. So when we're doing like a performance this big, it's hard. Like it takes a lot of time to dial that in to where you want to be creatively. Just with Camila's schedule, I remember her having to come in sooner than what we normally would have liked, which means that we were trying to push out as much information to these dancers, as much out of us that we could within a certain amount of time, so that when she came in, there was a substantial like portion of learning that she needed to do. Yeah, so sometimes I was just like, I feel a little overwhelmed when it's just us.
Yeah, always. I mean, when are we not overwhelmed? I mean,
I know.
I feel like to do this job, you live in that space
But
of
then we always get it done.
overwhelm. Yeah, that's why, like,
Trusting the process.
Yeah.
That is definitely something that you have to do. You have to trust the process. You have to know that you're capable of getting it done. You definitely got to believe in yourself because that takes a lot.
What will be, will be.
So Calvit actually had to leave us halfway through rehearsals to go over to
Make sure
everything was getting
going
done
on.
over there. They were actually rehearsing on the field.
they had the whole stage, they had the whole situation going on over there. These dancers in LA, I want to say we worked really hard. There was a lot of props issues that we had, specifically the fans. There were specific fans that we used in this performance that we had to get it outsourced from, apparently, from the production side, and obviously they were in Paris. But all in all, this is actually one of the greatest performances I think we've done as far as on scale wise. We didn't
1000%.
realize how many people actually watched this performance. I think this is more important. So, if you see, we start the performance, I don't know if this performance has ever been done like this before. Well, we started out in the courtyard where the fans buy beers, get drinks, et cetera, et cetera. That's where we started the performance at. We wanted to do something different. That's normal for our type of performance. That was different for the open ceremony. That's extremely unique for them.
That's insane to actually bust through like doors and gates. And your first time like being like Camila and feeling that crowd, I literally told her, I was like, there's gonna be nothing like that. There's gonna be no other feeling. All the dancers, I was like, you're never probably gonna ever feel like this feeling again. And it's crazy because the only thing really on the scale of like dance that you have to really compare to like even this, the thing that's most similar is the Super Bowl.
Say hola in Spanish, but then we say hello again in English. Coming down those stairs,
Also,
the intensity of that was crazy.
Insane.
We wanted it to feel like almost like a bullfight, like in the middle of a ring, and this energy is like, "Rrr." And we told them to come in with their energy, and if you look, you can see how many people are
all of their faces
in this arena.
And then not to mention, like, there's no way, honestly, on earth that Camila could have gone down. How many stairs was that? How many stairs did we counted one day?
It was like 42 or something like that.
Like full on belting and singing, because she sings everything live. Don't get it twisted. Everything Camila sings is live. She's never sang a performance where she's lip synced, anything, just so you guys know. She literally was coming down the stairs. We were like, how are we gonna get her down these stairs while she's singing and ad-libbing this part? We're gonna pick her ass up. That's what we're gonna do. That summer night. Stop.
I wish they would have shot that from the front, but it's all good. You pick some, you win some, you lose some.
But the side angle was still tight.
Yeah, I
And you got
liked
to
it, but
see
it's
them come
better.
through the legs of the ladies. Like, what? How do you even? I don't even remember what we did to get there. How did we even get there?
When you do Havana 40 times, you have to figure out another way to do it.
It was so good.
I love these costumes.
And then you bring the ladies back through the leg. How, Sway? How did that even happen? Guys go through the legs.
A lot of
girls go
rehearsal.
through the legs. But also, if you notice, this entire beginning performance or beginning segment of Havana, it starts with the girls in front of the guys, then the guys travel forward, and then the girls travel forward. It was a whole thing, because the stage was also
A rectangle.
it was a rectangle, so we had like no depth.
And 52
all
feet.
this-
52 feet wide.
First off, there's not even a camera wide enough to capture that, unless you are literally in the sky.
Which they used a lot of those.
They did. But my point in saying that is most of the time what you need on stages is depth. It's hard to create interesting pictures when you don't have that much depth. And then you put a band behind, and then you put lights, and then you put, it's like, those are those things that you like literally sit there and contemplate your life sometimes.
But just so y'all know, there's so many factors that determine how the final product comes out. Things that you don't know. You just assume that, oh, you didn't do this, or you didn't do that, or you do. There is so many factors that we don't have control of. So what you get, just know that, and not just for us, every choreographer, what you get 9 times out of 10 is the best that you could have gotten with the scenario.
And these boys were dancing, but you didn't really get to appreciate it because of the wide shots.
So the conversation I just had about pivoting, that section, we didn't find out that we weren't using those smoke bombs until like a day or two before we actually had to perform. So they had a completely different choreography that they was rehearsing for almost 2.5 weeks. And then we got the smoke bombs and it actually worked. But then what the issue was, Camila, her singing, it was hard for her to breathe. So we had to pivot. I had to make up something on the spot that day. And they had to learn something on the spot that day. And you would never know because they are professionals. But we only as good as the people that's doing the work. So shout out to you guys.
Here, coming up, minute 54, shit bricks, literally.
Switch, new costume.
Wow, gone.
The inspiration behind these fans, where we've seen so many different types of people dance with fans. We've seen so many different types of choreography with fans, and it's usually more focused on the fans, but we wanted to try to do something different and try to figure out how to not let the fan dance more than us. How do we match it? How do we make it a part of what we do instead of just only using pictures with fans? So that's why we came up with this type of choreography. Usually with this type of thing, with fans and props like that, the more people you have, the better it looks. We only had 7 girls and 7 guys, so we had to make it interesting.
Oh my God, and then even like the color blocking on the floors.
Hey, shout out to Laura for that. So I don't know if you guys see these major puppets in the background. Camila's half Mexican. So a lot of this whole performance is inspired by her culture, once again, her Mexican roots.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be Alebrijas. Am I tripping?
Yeah, there you go. I think you might be saying it right.
I can't remember. There was so many conversations that happened with that, but we should know that, but. Woo! Baby has gotta move. Don't go yet.
Little quick story. That choreography that they did in the actual music video is actually featured in the Just Dance game. I think it's 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We did that this year too.
choreographed that first video game, got to choreograph, so that choreography is actually in the game. If you want to learn it, go play the game.
Oh yeah, don't go yet. Don't go yet.
All right, we almost down to it. We almost down to the end. That was fun. That was fun.
That was literally like one of those ones where you come off stage and you just feel really grateful. Like there was a point in time where we couldn't even hear, because we went to watch it like live out in the crowd, and we couldn't even hear Camila singing. We couldn't hear like the music hardly at all.
Because the fans were so
because
loud.
the fans were that loud, like extremely insane. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was UEFA.
If you like this and much more, like, subscribe, comment, share it with your friends, and we'll see you again.
Also, if you want to see us do more of these, comment. If you know our work, you know which ones you like, you want to see us react to them or hear the stories about them, you know what to do. Comment below.
Like that, right
Hopefully Mihran will bring us back. You know what I'm saying?
He bringing us back. He know the vibes. Mihran TV.
Let's go, baby.
Signing out.